questions we get asked all the time, right, is why is the Oktoberfest in September, right? But it didn't always start out as just a party.
No. Oktoberfest started as a wedding celebration more than 200 years ago with Bavaria's Crown Prince Ludwig, and he married Princess Teresa. And the wedding was celebrated for multiple days with drinking, feasting, and horse races. So the event became an annual event. However, because this was such a popular thing to do, they moved it back into September because the days were longer, the fields were drier and much more beautiful. So that's why we celebrate in September and to the first weekend of October.
So they wanted more time to drink, is what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay. Well, listen, we have a great group joining us for this opening ceremony. We've got some amazing dignitaries that show up every year to help us kick off the opening ceremony. So without ado, Nancy, tell us about this gentleman right on the end here.
Well, who I have here on the end is my friend Paul Oberneufferman, and he is the honorary German consul of the St. Louis area. And Paul, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Thank you, Nancy. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to the St. Charles Oktoberfest. My job entails taking care of the German nationals in Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky. I basically take care of their passport requirements, certify their signatures for German documents, and that type of thing. I'm very happy to represent the German consulate here at St. Charles Oktoberfest. I wish everyone to have a great time, be safe, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next we have our very own City Council member, Bridget Omis from Ward 9, excuse me, Ward 9. 10, okay, there we go. So, Bridget, you've come down here every year. You're always here to help us kick off the Oktoberfest. Tell us what you love about Oktoberfest.
I love the music.
The music! Who came for the music? Listen, we have 5 tents, 5 stages going on at the St. Charles Oktoberfest, 22 performers. And you're going to find some great German music throughout this tent and a few other places in the park. But if German music isn't your thing, don't worry. At the south end of the tent, we actually have what we call the Oompa Free Zone, where you're going to hear some awesome rock and roll from some of the best bands in St. Louis. So make sure that you kind of roam around, check out the various bands. You're going to love the music.
Who's next on our list here?
So we have Bart Haberstroh from Ward 9 this time. Okay, Bart, is this your first Oktoberfest?
I've been down here quite a few times, but my most favorite thing is this food, Wiener Schnitzel. And Wiener Schnitzel, and if you've ever been to Munich, Germany, you will love their Wiener Schnitzel.
And we have here Alex from the food booth, Schnitzels and Giggles here, and she is showing us one of her products that they sell. Can you tell us about it, Alex?
Alex, tell us about what you have here.
Well, we're the only one in the whole country that travels all over the United States with our German food, and we're famous for our schnitzel on a stick, and we're the only one who does that. And we're actually in the no Oompa zone, so when you need a little exercise, come on over there and try our famous schnitzel on a stick.
The schnitzel on a stick is always a very popular food item here at the Oktoberfest. But listen, there are 28 separate food vendors here. You've got everything from schnitzels and giggles to Woodstock pretzels. It's one of my favorite things if you love hot pretzels. Man, they have a couple of really cool, delicious versions. Sea Rallo meats. Who else has tried the Sea Rallo meats? Famous cheesesteak. They're the best. They really are the best. Make sure you check them out. We've got Taste of Mayberry Kettle Corn. We've got Funnel Cake Crossing. We've got Joe the Butcher and Kendrick's Meat and Catering, which is going to be right here around the Hofbrau tent. So listen, if you're hungry, we can take care of that. Make sure you stop into one of the food booths and try one of your favorites. Okay, so next, we've got Joe Ward, who's the director of the St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. Joe, I think I know what you love about Oktoberfest, but why don't you tell us?
Well, of course, I love the visitors from all over the United States and all over the world, like this band you're going to see, which I believe is from the German part of France, if I'm right.
The French and German border.
Yeah, so I just want to say welcome to all our visitors from all across. It's really important that you're here, and we really want you to celebrate with everybody in St. Charles.
Listen, another cool thing that we do here at the St. Charles Oktoberfest, we're going to draw 100,000 people down here for the weekend, and they come from all around the world, all throughout different parts of the United States. And one of the cool things is that we donate. There are, I think, 19 or 20 charities that are working the Oktoberfest. So right here, the First Capital Lions, let me hear you, Lions. They'll be serving your adult beverages, soda and water throughout the weekend, and all of that money goes right back into the community. We've got various charities throughout the park who are donating their time, all of their energy, so that they can raise money for these wonderful causes and put it right back into the St. Charles community.
Well, who do we have next here? I think we have Lou Pagano.
Len Pagano, the mayor of St. Peter's.
That's right. Now, I'm curious, what is your favorite part about Oktoberfest?
Beer, beer, beer. Who else came for the beer at the Oktoberfest? Oh, we have 19 different beers on tap. We've got 4 varietals of wine. We've got 2 hard ciders. And for those of you who don't lean that way, you can also get some delicious soda and water provided by our sponsor, Dr. Pepper Snapple. So we're really excited. If you're thirsty, there's something for you to drink in this festival. Okay, so Mayor, our beloved Mayor, the Honorary Sally Faith. Sally, you come down every year. You're a wonderful supporter of the Oktoberfest and also all the charities in St. Charles. Tell us what you love about the Oktoberfest.
I love the dancing and the music and the hoopla, hoopla. All right.
Well, the dancing is something that I can talk to. I'm president of the Freiliche Schuhplattler here in St. Louis, and we are a Bavarian Schuhplattler group. Just like you'll see the gentleman dancing with the original Glockenspiel. Thank you. Sorry, guys. So, but I also have with me my friend Moni Lorenz, who is president of the German Cultural Society, and both of us are dancers in the group. Moni, would you want to talk about? I know your favorite thing is dancing too, so I want you to talk a little bit about that.
Dancing, oh, and beer, yeah, and music. But anyway, you can't dance without music, so you have to have that. And I don't think you can sing if your throat is not wet with some beer. So anyway, the dancers, there will be multiple dance performances this weekend, including the Freiliche Schuhplattler, and then the German Cultural Society has 4 different groups that will be performing throughout the weekend with all ages, and 1 and 2 of them will be here at 7:30 and 9 o'clock tonight. And the most favorite dancers that I have are the youth folk dance group, because they are carrying on the traditions of the German culture and dancing, and they start at ages 13 and they go through 26. So it's great to have young people who like to continue the culture through dancing. Thanks, Nancy.
And just with our group, we have children and adults that dance together, and we wear the lederhosen. But I want to come back over here to Paul, because I want you to tell me your favorite thing about Oktoberfest.
Besides the beer, would be the happiness that comes with getting everyone together to celebrate the German culture, all the costumes and the authentic dress, the dirndls, the lederhosen, and of course the hats. And make sure you get a pin.
Get your St. Charles Oktoberfest pin. Don't forget to stop by the official St. Charles Oktoberfest merchandise booth, where you can get some very fun items. You can get t-shirts, you can look at hats, you can get your pen, all kinds of fun stuff, so don't forget to stop by that. Now listen, before we go any further, I'd like to introduce a new addition to the St. Charles Oktoberfest. This is Otto Liederstein, our official new mascot. Come on out, Otto.
Willkommen, Otto.
Come on over here, Otto. So one of the things you're going to see also throughout the park is it's very family friendly. We have an awesome kindergarten kids area sponsored by USA Mortgage. All throughout the weekend you're going to have pumpkin painting, bounce houses, face painting. Princesses and superheroes are going to show up tomorrow. It benefits the Cure Strong Foundation. You're definitely going to see Otto there, so make sure that your child gets a picture with Otto. Very friendly, and we hope that you really enjoy this family-friendly Best Festival. Okay, without further ado, not only can Nancy dance, she can also sing. So we're going to kick off the Oktoberfest with the singing of the German national anthem.
Thank you. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit für das deutsches Vaterland. Danach lasst uns alle streben, brüderlich mit Herz und Hand. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit sind das Glückes Unterpfand. Blühglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland. Blühglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland. Dankeschön.
That was beautiful, Nancy. Thank you so much.
Dankeschön.
Hey, it almost escaped me to introduce our chairman of the festival because he normally hides back behind, or he's running around someplace and he's probably helping someone get kegs or helping a booth get set up. But we want to acknowledge Dan Faust Sr., the chairman of the St. Charles Oktoberfest. Come on out, Senior. Have a few words. Very few words.
Few words. Buy beer. Buy beer, buy food, visit the booths. We appreciate it. Just briefly, I like to tell everybody, this is a 365-day event. We start, as soon as we're done with this, we're working on next year. We're trying to come up with new ideas. Some of them work, some of them don't. But without any party, it's only as good as the people that show up. So you guys are what makes it fun. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, listen, there's I think a 22-person committee that meets throughout the year to put on the St. Charles Oktoberfest. And this year we really had a heartbreaking situation. One of our members, Chuck Marley, had a son that was unfortunately murdered in St. Louis a few weeks ago. And we'd just like to have a moment of silence in honor of Alex Marley, who always was a staple down here helping to get this festival set up so that you can enjoy it. So if you would please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So listen, the last thing that we like to do here is we want to kick off the Oktoberfest. Before we tap the keg, we want to have someone sing our national anthem. And this guy has just blown it out of the water for the last several years. We're so happy to have him. Jim Ginteman, you are a Vietnam vet. You have been involved in music in St. Charles for the last 40 years. Tell us what the Oktoberfest means to you.
It means get down.
Well said. Gentlemen, if you please remove your hats. If everyone would please stand if you're able to. Jim, take it away, sir.
This is for all the veterans, serving, retired, and those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the peril
first celebratory keg.
Mayor, do you mind coming on over? Dignitaries, just form a line if you would. And then what's cool is after we tap this keg, we're going to invite folks to come up and get a little taste.
Schenk mir dein Herz und sag ja.